Hey everyone, this is Bella, going to show you today how to paint a easy sunset. So I'm just going to show you first what we have here. I have the primary colors, black and white, and I have my brushes. My brushes are pretty simple, just like 3 brushes. I don't need more than that. The reason I do this because I want you to concentrate on the techniques more than you concentrate on supplies or anything like that. So we are going to start with our big brush, and this brush, it's just like a flat brush, and I'm going to start with my easy sunset over here with yellow. Just getting some yellow on my brush, loading a little bit. Okay, then I'm just going to prepare and think where things are going to be. So I'm going to put my sun over here, and I'm going to have the sunset in this area, and maybe like mountains or trees later. Okay, so I'm just going to go here and I add a nice yellow because that's where my sun is coming from. And it's just like for you to have an idea of where things are going to be. You don't need to. It looks a little messy in the beginning, but that's normal. And I want to also make even nicer and lighter in this area because my sun, it's pretty bright, brighter than this yellow. So I don't know why my white today is a little okay. All right, so just going to add white there to make it super bright. And I usually paint with a lot of paint just because I like to blend on a canvas, and I don't paint with any media. That's something I don't want to show you yet because then it's not easy anymore. It's like not easy, but I want show something very simple for you to try at home. Okay, all right, so I have this, and I'm going to start to work on my sunset, and gonna have a little bit of red there. I'm just going to do a little bit of orange here because going direct to the red would be too much. So now I'm going to start to add this color there, and adding this color there and blending a little bit because I don't want it to be, I want a sunset, but don't want to be like too drastic all of a sudden. So I'm going to get my orange going. And you can even start to get like a darker orange if you want. And just showing you, so I'm holding my brush. I hold my brush pretty close. Some people hold like this because they feel they have more control, but honestly I feel, especially once you're trying to get control of everything, it's nicer to hold like a pencil because you do have more control. And also I am holding my brush vertically, and that way I also have more control of blending. Okay, because I do not want to be a line there. I want to be a bit more blended. And I'm continue going over here and starting to bring more of my orange there. If you want to start to bring a little water just because you don't want this to dry, you want to continue blend. That's nice. And then you can also start to bring some more of the red, or even like a darker orange. I kind of like the red there because it looks more dramatic and looks cool. Oops, I'm painting my glasses now. All right. And again, it's very like, I don't tell you, okay, add this amount of red, but you're going to feel how much red you want. If you're like, okay, I love very dramatic, I want very, very, very red, yeah, go for it. Maybe you don't, but if you do, you want like this area, like the beginning, and maybe more towards the end to be the dark part, because you want to leave the sun there. That's important. If you like to be a little bit more pastel-like, you can also add some white. It's kind of cool. Have some white there. And it's a pretty simple, very simple way to have a sunset if you're starting to paint and you feel you want to explore. So I'm going to clean a little bit my brush because I do not want to go to this area and then all of a sudden I have no sun, because it happens. It can happen. Sometimes you get so involved on the darker colors and then all of a sudden you're like, uh-oh, where's my sun? So you want to, I'm going to bring more color here, but I'm going to make sure I have my sun protected. You see, it's easy to lose it. So you don't have to do the whole thing because we're going to add a mountain there. You can do at home if you have more space. This is a very small canvas because I want to be able to show you. So my sun is there for sure. And like I said, it's option. So if you feel, okay, this is the simplest we can go, you can, okay, maybe I want to add some clouds, or maybe like those sunsets marks. It's not really a cloud sometimes, it's just like those beautiful marks there. And if you want to change and add those, you can bring some white. And I'm just going with this squiggly line there, just to give some movement. Okay? It's not really a cloud. All right. So now I'm just going to work on other parts here. So this is a very simple, just like I said, very simple. This is acrylic. This is a student base, so I don't need a lot of water to show you. It's easier to use that. And then you can add a nice mountain over there. You may feel like painting, you may feel like decorating, you may feel like doing something at home. You may feel like creating. Why not? Again, this is wet, but And I'm making my nice mountain there. Maybe you want to add another mountain there, but then this mountain is going to be lighter, so it's going to be good. It's wet now. So I'm just drying. All right, so now I'm going to fill it in, and it's good. This is usually I would make gray, but this is easy enough for you to see. I'm making a lighter mountain because it's way back. We are not seeing completely. Then this one is going to be a darker one because we're seeing pretty close, and it's like on our eye over here. And I'm just fill it in. I'm going to do another one about mountains. This is not the case. This is a very simple one. Oops, look at what I did here. Uh-oh. Okay. Okay. And then nice to have a very dark one on the front. Maybe you feel like you want to add a tree, or maybe you feel like you want to add a sun. If you want to add a sun, it's a good idea to just use something even lighter than what you had there. So I'm going to mix a little bit of yellow and white together. And I'm just going to put my sun here. Yeah, we had no time to dry, but you can go more than one time, because that way then it's gonna be brighter white. Over here for me it's a little too light, but it's the best when it dries. Just a nice circle. All right, so now we can add a little tree there. So it could be, in this case, it cannot be a palm tree because it's a mountain, so you don't want to put a palm tree in anymore. But you could, if it was the beach, if it was something different, you could. So what I'm doing is just to get a little bit of black on my brush, make a nice small tree coming from here, so maybe like this area. And I hope you have been training and enjoying to do trees, because a lot of people love to do trees. So maybe next time I talk about trees, and this type of a tree too. So I'm just gonna have a nice branches coming this way. Just nicely. I'm using a very fine brush. And again, because mine is wet, it's getting this light, but you can go twice there and just make make a little darker. Then I'm gonna get maybe like my medium brush. The medium brush, because the size of the tree is not that big. So with my medium brush, I'm going to add and dab tiny bit. And I'm just dabbing. I'm just doing this. And again, if you are going to have more time, this is a very simple sunset. You could put just the mountain, you can put just the tree, you can put more trees if you feel. You don't have to, it doesn't have like a recipe. You can do a lot of different things. So you can go over and check it out. And again, add maybe trees and grass and other things you want to. You don't have to limit yourself to just do one thing. Just putting a little